Greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. As usual, we will get a rune and then a tarot card and then another rune for each position in your divinely guided rune reading here this week. At the end, stay tuned because for the Oracle deck we are using this week is one of our favorites, the Soul's Journey Oracle deck. I've already meditated and shuffled everything, so let's get into it, shall we? In your energetic past has been in Pertho. This is blessings or challenges here with these aspects, so please keep that in mind and take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Pertho is the gambler's cup in your recent past. So this is like taking an energetic leap. Divine saying, look, I got you, take the leap, I got you, I'm holding up my hands here. This is like a pregnancy or a gamble, really literal gamble, a friendly competition like a board game, something like that too, or a rite of passage for some people. Again, this could apply to many aspects and layers of our lives too. Uncovering mysteries, going through that transmutative energy where you're coming out with a shifted perspective. This is an energy where you know how it started and you're wanting to get it to that best outcome. And through that energy, you start off facing this way, going through the energy, and you come out facing the other, kind of like a shifted perspective, right? Having that new knowledge, that new experience, all that good stuff. So blessings or challenges here with this in your recent past. What do we have here for a card of clarity? It's the Hierophant. So this is probably something more internal in your life, more something a little more deep meaning, needing to listen to maybe advice from divine for the guidance here from your energetic past. This is the rune of Isa. Maybe you're feeling like you were stuck here, frozen, repeating life lessons, or maybe just kind of going within for that clarity here as well, where the water's freezing over the deep lake here with Isa, the rune of ice, where you are gaining that clarity. It seemed maybe like you're a very slow process, but going within for that inner clarity. Interesting. It's like maybe you're taking advice from like a spiritual guru or something like that in your life, and you're kind of like, I don't know, but here we go, because it kind of came from that introspective kind of place. I don't know. Take what resonates here, leave what doesn't. Let's get into your energetic now for a bit more clarity here. We have Theresas doing the thorough work, being very thorough, that dedication kind of energy, divinely guided and grounded simultaneously, but taking all those energies and really to a fine point and really directing it thoroughly at that energy. So like that tedious research, that dotting all the I's, crossing the T's, rehearsing the speeches, right, reading all the documents, that kind of dedicative, kind of exhaustive almost kind of energy, where you're very thorough with things right now, or you're needing to be very thorough. Again, blessings or challenges here with this, but let's get into the card of clarity here. That is the Empress. Okay, yeah. Well, you uncovered a mystery, so yeah, you want to get into new things. Very thoroughly looking at aspects of this. So interesting. How are you beginning things in your life? How are you nurturing them? Yeah, the intuitive know-how to do those things as well. Interesting. Let's see what we have for this. Rune of clarity is in Reho. Reho is like riding along with the energetic waves, that's not resisting to divine flow. So this is indicative of a change of house, spouse, or career, where when you are not surrendering to those stagnant, discordant, or abusive, or whatever kind of energies that aren't serving your divinely guided path, you're walking away from those, right? And stepping into more divine flow, being more presence, being more now. I think listening to your intuition more thoroughly, and this could be maybe it is something where you need to step away from something or step towards something. You're definitely stepping towards divine flow, or having an aspect of that in some thorough aspect here. I think you're really tapping into your intuition. You're going within for a lot of this work. Let's see what your next set of bit of clarity here is for your near future here. Looks like you did get that in your near future here, and you are sticking up for your others, yourself, by being dedicated in your vector of victory. And the god Tyr's rune of Tiwaz, very grounded, very steadfast dedication. The only downside of this is that the god Tyr, he's sacrificed his right arm to stave off Ragnarok, right? So this can show up as martyr type of energy if you are signing up to be a martyr, or this could be that dedication too, where you're so dedicated to something, right? You're doing that, like you're so in present with this presence and with this one thing that everything else kind of falls away, even things that you might not want to have fall away, therefore making yourself a martyr, kind of alienating yourself from your friends and your family kind of stuff. So that's just the warning that kind of goes in with that rune here as well, that is in your near future, your Cancer. So card of clarity here for this is in the Knight of Wands. I don't think you're showing up as a martyr at all, though you are definitely getting into more of your manifestation abilities. Yeah, you're showing up. You're like, wow, here I am. Very fiery energy, very this like the second fastest night in the tarot. So very much manifestation, getting into your next steps, like, oh, okay, I'm here, I'm showing up, I'm doing my dang thing. Very dedicated, very vigorous too, kind of energy. So let's see what this is for. Okay, Rune of Faith, yeah, making sure you were grounded. All the lines going straight down off the runes again is very grounding energy. And Algies with the antlers here with the elk rune. The antlers are your built-in divine defense, your built-in divine protection and connection. So this is showing up more in your faith and your standards, your beliefs, your inner authority. This is beautiful how you're showing up. As a water sign, showing up kind of fiery here, a little spicy maybe. Let's see what's in your influence here right now. Kanos, yeah, how are you manifesting? Okay, trailblazing energy. This is the lantern that lights the path for others and yourself simultaneously, leading by example. Are you leading by example? Has somebody called you out? Are you practicing what you preach? How are you manifesting? How are you leading? How are you trailblazing? Okay, a lot of influence there. The Hermit is like taking that lantern and hiding it away from the world. That's what the Hermit is like. I'm gonna be here holding that lantern, but I'm not gonna like show it off or move with it or anything like that. Whoever wants to come here and see my light can come here and see my light. Interesting. Maybe some ego energy built in with this, or maybe healing, just needing to heal. Maybe from that Isa state, you're kind of slow getting into that new thing after the uncovering mysteries. I think these are kind of mystical and intangible kind of things. I think you're dealing more with concepts and beliefs and standards and those sort of things rather than physical things. Your influence here, you have God Tyr's rune of Tiwaz again. How are you manifesting? How are you dedicated? How are you showing up for your dedication to yourself, to others, your vector of victory? Are you grounded? Are you doing your daily work towards your goal? Yeah. Are you leading by example? Are you in your inner authority? Okay, the Hermit is saying you aren't. I think you're kind of reflecting, maybe feeling maybe a little like you need to get out of that kind of energy, like you're feeling maybe a little stagnant, or maybe just like you were in the Hermit, or yeah, just take what resonates here, leave what doesn't. I'm going to get your advice here for now. I'm going to stop rambling, get the advice. Be in your joy. Act as if it's already happened and smile about it, really. This is the rune of Wuncho for abundance. This is the clan flag of success after trial. So when you're planting the clan flag in the top of the hill with your clan, the feelings that are associated with that, that joy, the celebration, the happiness, all of that, all those good feeling energies, right? Is it grounded energy? How are you displaying your flag? Is it in a boastful manner, right? So getting into aspects of that, but also being able to just like follow your joy, follow your F yeah, right? This is beautiful. Ace of Wands here right now. Do the work, do your due diligence now. You've been reflecting or getting into this. How am I doing this? You're coming out of Hermit and getting into the Ace of Wands. This is where you need to be. You need to make that step forward, right? You've done the inner work. Now you need to kind of show up for yourself and do it some more. But this is more action oriented, where you are in the practice of starting that, being happy, act as if, manifesting, leading by example, trailblazing, acting in your inner authority. Yeah. Beautiful stuff. Acting in your sovereignty with divine guidance. Always remember that divine guidance aspect. This is endings making beginnings and beginnings making endings simultaneously. So you are starting away. I choose today to be happy. Like today is my peaceful day. Yera, the rune of the harvest, the rune of year, is that cycle, that liminal space in between cycles, like when we're making a harvest, where we learn our lessons, we learn about the harvest, right? And what we can do to increase our yield or have a better yield or a higher quality yield next time it comes to harvest. So you're learning lessons. These are kind of like cause and effect relation type of lessons. These aren't very karmic, but they're like what you sow is what you reap kind of stuff. But this is very literal lessons that I think that you're learning here. You're not really reaching for the intangible anymore. The intangible, you're kind of making it more tangible by showing up in your happiness, like you're showing it now, like you're wearing it on your face. Like you know, you can fake that smile for 5 minutes every day, you know, if you have to, in the mirror or to yourself or in private, whatever, but it will have a good impact on the rest of your day. You know what I'm saying? Even though it might show up as a little inauthentic itself, it becomes authentic as you do it. So starting a practice kind of similar to that is what kind of came to my intuition here. Let me know in the comments below how this all resonates here for you, Cancer. In your outcome here, you have Fehu. Fehu is all about the abundance. This is the rune of cattle. This is the rune of grounded stability, abundance, calling down that abundance, right? From multiple areas, instead of not being present and looking outside of yourself and getting distracted off of your divinely guided path, finding abundance there, trying to look for abundance there, trying there. No, this is you being more like kind of like stoic and sovereign about it, like calling it in. Yeah. Card of clarity here for this is decisions, with the Two of Swords, balancing like the whole kind of like a work life and home life kind of thing, but also knowing that a decision, there is a decision to be made, and when you are making decisions, you're a lot more secure about them. You're not letting them distract you so much. Here, this even has Tiwaz and Esau in the card, and look, at opposite ends of this card are kind of flipped, and opposite ends of this reading here as well. That is super interesting, Cancer. Look, yeah, Esau over here on the card, if you can zoom in at all. I don't know if you can, but it's way over here on that side of the card. And then Tiwaz is over here in this other sword for the Two of Swords. Look at you changing. Look at you making that inner decision. Mouth words. Showing up in your abundance. I keep on hearing inner authority, especially with that wands and this fire energy that's throughout your reading. Yeah, this is awesome, Cancer. Yeah, and keeping in mind, following that joy, following that bliss, being in that kind of, how are you displaying your clan flag kind of in the back of your mind, but I see you doing this in a healthy way, like in a very humble way, like, yes, I am very, very happy, but not in a boastful kind of manner. You're still calling my abundance. I'm just, yeah, that's kind of, it reinforces kind of how you practice your faith moving forward. Yeah, and your kind of your authenticity and how you're trailblazing, how you're showing up, how you're dedicating yourself to your work, to your life, to your family, to your community, all of the above. But more or less, I mean, mostly mouth words, to yourself, okay? So the Soul's Journey Oracle deck for the card of clarity here for this week. Divine, please show us clearly, what message of clarity do you have for Cancer's divinely guided rune reading here? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Adversity, this card says, and at the bottom it says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Interesting. I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. Let's read more about this card. Now, Cancer, no one ever said life was going to be easy. Obstacles are presented to you so that you may overcome them. Believe that you will, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Confidence comes to those who have succeeded in conquering adversity, and then the next hurdle won't seem as daunting. Adversity is an opportunity for you to reach out to your soul family. You are not alone in this time of challenge. If you need help, others are waiting to offer assistance. This test may have come into your life to teach you to receive rather than to give. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.